Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of The Average Asian Boys. I'm your host, John, and today we have a special guest here. She's neither average nor a boy. Please give it up for Shay, aka the Humble Trader.
Hey, John. Thanks for having me. Hello, everyone who's listening.
Yeah, so Shay is a YouTube day trader. Is that correct? Is that the good description?
Well, I was a day trader first before I showed up on YouTube.
Okay, she is a day trader, YouTuber.
Yes.
So yeah, when did you come to Canada? And what was the immigration process like for you?
I came to Canada so my entire family immigrated to Canada from Taiwan when I was 12. So it's been a while, and I would say, it was definitely still the biggest change in my entire life, even so far.
Yeah, because you got used to living in Taiwan, right?
Yeah,
as a kid.
Yeah, of course. And I would say back in Taiwan, I already knew we weren't rich, but we were at least middle class.
Sure.
In Taiwan, the cost of living is so low.
Yeah.
So you really don't need a lot of money to live a very comfortable life, and that you see where everyone's pretty much on the same level.
Okay, so when you said you were middle class, you meant middle class in Taiwan?
In Taiwan.
Do you know what you were? What about when you came here?
Yeah, so that was a shock because I never I never thought we were poor until I arrived in Canada.
Okay.
So that was a big change because, the basic things, when you go to groceries, in Taiwan, everything's really affordable. You can get pretty high quality things.
Yeah, the food's dirt cheap, right?
Yeah, and here it's you go out for a meal. It's even back then when I was immigrated 10 years ago, it was still $20.
Yeah.
And in Taiwan, you can it'll be half of that amount.
Yeah, you get some avocado toast for breakfast, and it's $5 down the drain, probably even more.
Yeah, nowadays it's $7.
Damn.
$7-8
Damn,
in
inflation.
downtown Vancouver.
Gosh.
Yeah. Inflation going at 4% this year.
Ooh, please don't say that. Oh
Yeah.
man, make me sweat right here.
I know. So that was even back then, 10 plus years now that I've immigrated here, that was a big shock because, here when I first got here my first year, I noticed everyone's living in these big houses with front lawns, it's green and have a backyard.
Right, there's a driveway, there's a backyard, and all that stuff. And in Taiwan, it's all apartments, right?
Yeah.
Really cramped apartments.
Yes.
There's literally no standalone houses there.
No
detached
green
house.
spaces
Right.
either.
Yeah,
you have a lawn.
a front lawn. What is that?
It wasn't oh my God, we're so poor now. It wasn't like that, but it was a shock knowing that, wow, there are in North America, people have such high living standards. And it just seems everyone was making a lot more, right? The same, $50,000 of my household income my parents were making in Taiwan. Here, it doesn't really go that far. Especially when my mom, after we immigrated here, she wasn't working. So we're all dependent on my dad's single income. So that's, a lot less than $50,000 Canadian. So imagine, I have 2 other siblings, and we're all going to school, living here. And my mom didn't have a job here. She was taking care of us. So, it was tough, adjusting to the lifestyle here.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I think for me, I came here when I was really young, I was 6 or 7. So it's I didn't have wants yet. It's I didn't have wants for whatever random stuff outside of the basic needs, right?
Yeah.
And then my parents, my mom raised me as well by herself when my dad was working in Taiwan. And then so, now that I think about it, I don't know how he afforded to keep us here in Canada by himself. I'm still impressed to this day. That's quite difficult.
Yeah.
Totally. But for me, it's I've always had my basic needs met. I had food, and I had roof, and I had clothing. And so that's all so for me, I never felt I was poor, but I never felt rich either.
Right.
It's I had enough.
Yeah.
Totally.
I think if I didn't grow up in Taiwan and then come to Canada and have seen that contrast, right? If I didn't have that contrast happen when I was 12, I wouldn't have thought we were poor.
Yeah.
Because you would only feel poor or rich after comparing yourself to others.
Yeah.
So in
Or
Taiwan,
what you
I
had
didn't
before
feel
too,
that,
right? Yeah.
in Taiwan, I didn't feel like we were rich. I didn't feel like we were poor. We were just like a normal family. But here, then after seeing what was possible in Taiwan, seeing that we cannot, it's not like we splurged a lot in Taiwan, but I never felt like there were things that was like unattainable.
Yeah.
Right? And it wasn't like my parents spoiled me in Taiwan. It's just like, we never have to like,
You never had to think about if you could get something or not. Right?
yeah. And we didn't want a lot of things, but I knew like here, like after moving here, like even at grocery stores, like just buying like food, like most basic things, my mom had to like shop around and like look at, like
Collect
we
the
did a lot of
coupons.
the coupons. Yeah, I did a
Yeah.
lot of that, and those will be the only times where we can like buy things that's like like one A&W.
Yeah. 20% off. Go.
Yeah,
Go.
yes, that would be
Let's
the
go.
only
Let's go. It expires
time
today.
we would buy it. Yeah. Otherwise, it's like, oh man, we can never buy the things at full price.
I see. Yeah. What was like your living space like in Taiwan? Like you lived with a family of, I don't know if this is too much personal info, but there's this lived in a family of 5?
Yeah.
Right.
I have 2 other siblings and then my parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so you guys were all in an apartment, I assume. And in Taiwan, when you moved here, did you all live in an apartment as well?
In Taiwan, it's more. We had like more of a kind of like a town home.
Yeah.
It's not an individual house, but it would be like a really narrow little
With like many floors, right?
two
A
to
narrow
three
building with
stories.
many floors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't luxurious, but it was definitely comfortable in
Yeah,
Taiwan.
it was spacious for 5 people.
Yeah, but after like coming here, we definitely have to like downsize and live in a smaller apartment, and so it was me, like 5 of us, in a like a 2-bedroom apartment.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. What were your parents' like thoughts on like in terms of like obtaining a comfortable life? Because for me, they told me, yeah, if you go to school and get a good job and you work, then you'll have money to live comfortably.
Yeah.
In Vancouver.
Right. Yeah. Well.
And I was like, wow, that is definitely not true.
Well, I think they wanted the same things, and that's why they brought us to Canada to pursue an education here and
Yeah.
to get a job here.
Yeah.
So I think fundamentally they want the same thing for the kids.
For
right?
sure. Yeah, they wanted a better life for us.
Yeah, they like
Yeah.
immigration. It's
Yeah.
taking the entire family here. Moving everything here and
Yeah, absolutely.
having roots here.
Like my parents were basically my age when they left everything in Taiwan when my dad
Oh.
stayed. But
oh really? That's
Yeah.
like super early.
yeah. But it's just
Ooh.
like I can't imagine like if I had a family now and I decided to
Yeah.
move to, I don't know, let's say I moved back to Taiwan or something with my entire family. I can't
Right.
imagine doing something like that.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine, and it's something
really
I think
is.
not a lot of people would be able to relate, right? If you were just like homegrown from, like you grew up in Vancouver and you never had
Yeah.
to immigrate and actually move to a different country.
Yeah, I
with
can
your
never
entire
imagine.
family, you
I
would
can
never
never
be able
imagine
to.
what that's like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm so thankful that my parents did that.
Yeah,
that
me
was
too.
a difficult decision. And so like I was just at my mom's earlier, and I was like, wow, mom, I'm like to this day I'm so thankful you like decided to immigrate us here.
Yeah, that's something I'm learning to be
Yeah.
like very thankful for as well
Yeah.
recently, especially like since like I think about what I would have been like in Taiwan growing up with like a bunch of like strict rules. Like I was already a troublemaker here. Like
Oh my
in
God.
Taiwan, like I probably would have been like a drug dealer or
Oh,
something.
man.
Like,
Oh,
because
okay.
I just don't get along with like very authoritarian figures. I think
Oh, okay.
like I'd be one of those guys who like argues with a teacher and it's like I know I'm right, but the teacher's gonna like say like I'm the teacher so I'm right.
Right.
And I'm like fuck you. Like I wouldn't be able to stand for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, you would not survive in Taiwan.
No, probably
Yeah.
not. Probably have the lights beaten out of me. So
With bamboo shoots.
bamboo shoots, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, made in Taiwan, bamboo
Yeah,
shoots.
seriously. Holy shit.
Yeah, so I'm very thankful that we moved to Taiwan, moved to Vancouver
to
as well.
Canada.
Moved to Canada as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, ooh, the beer's already starting to hit me.
I mean, I like Taiwan. Like, obviously, I love it there. I still go back every year if I could. I still have family there.
Yeah.
I have friends from elementary school, and I still go and visit them. So that's where my roots are, and I'll never forget that. But I feel like if I had stayed in Taiwan, I wouldn't have become the person I am today, that right now, and I would never have tried day trading. I would never have went to art school or film school for my former career.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think those opportunities would exist in Taiwan.
Yeah, I would say so as well.
Yeah.
Let's talk about art school.
Sure.
Because I think a lot of people are surprised
Yeah.
to hear that, I mean, they know you as a day trader.
Sure.
But I don't know if they know you as art school student
Yeah.
before the day trading stuff.
Yeah.
So what got you into art school in the first place?
So in high school here, I think just, I came here when I was grade 7. So from grade 7 to grade 12, I would say, even though I slowly learned the language, I never felt like I truly fit in as a new immigrant. I was still learning English, and a lot of times I get made fun of a lot in high school.
For like not speaking English properly?
That, and also like I'm an introvert.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm naturally like awkward. It was really bad in high school.
Gotcha.
So I never had like a good group of friends, I think.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. So I think art and film, everything creative was an escape for me. Yeah, I was one of those kids who like never had people to eat lunch with, and I would like go hide in the art room.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
that was me.
Wow.
So that's why
You
I
heard it
really
here.
like.
Exclusive story. Humble Trader at high school
Oh,
days.
man.
Only on the Average Asian Boys podcast. All right, shameless plug. Back to the podcast. But yeah, it's hard to believe that
No,
you were
but
one of those
it's very
people.
true. Yeah. So like when you like review your yearbook and stuff, there will be people like you never seen.
Yes.
That's me.
Oh.
That's me. I'm one of those
people be like, who's this person?
Yeah. Well, we graduated from the same class. Who's that chick?
I went to school with Humble Trader. What now?
Yeah. No, that would be me. I was always that person, and it's not like it's not like that bothered me. I think I even now I still like blending in the crowd. I'm still like a wallflower when we go
Oh.
to parties and events.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I've never from like the parties that we've been to, I've never known
Okay,
to be
well,
like
let's
that.
not go there.
I mean, what parties?
What party are you talking about?
Cut the tape.
No, but I think, like if it's like a party event with a lot of people I know, then I will be more,
Comfortable.
yeah. But
Yeah.
if it's like
Yeah,
a new job, like
I know.
work party, I'm just
It's really hard.
Yeah.
That's why I drink so much at work parties.
Well, I think for me, if I drink a lot, it'll get worse. Like I'll
Oh.
even more like introverted.
Oh, I see.
In the-
I open up
Yeah.
more when I drink.
Oh,
so that's,
okay.
Yeah, that's why I drink. That's why I started drinking so heavily.
That's
in
why
the
you're
first place.
drinking on this podcast right now.
Yeah, totally, absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
To get the words flowing for sure, totally.
Yeah. Wait, so did I answer your question? Oh yeah, sorry. So I went to, so that's the reason I like art a lot. Because
it was an escape for you.
And part of the escape is, like in after college, after high school, I also wanted to get away from Vancouver and here and everyone I went to high school with.
Why was that?
Because I never felt like I belonged.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had to go somewhere new
Yeah.
to find the place that you belong to.
Yeah. So I went to art school because the school I went to gave me like a lot of scholarship, like more than half.
Did you find the escape that you were looking for when you went to art school?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the more transitional periods of my life. It's like I always thought I was really weird and have no friends here. But when I went to art school, I found people who are just as weird as I am.
Yay!
Yeah. So in a good way, I felt like I found my belonging. I found my good group of friends, and I really start to perceive being weird and being introvert as a strength.
Oh, okay.
There.
Yeah.
being weird and creative. I think, introverts are really underrated. Like they are some of the most thoughtful people and the most creative people because they spend a lot of time reflecting and thinking about like being like really introspective
Yeah.
about their life and all the things that's happened during the day. So I really
Yeah,
really
I think
found my people
I think that stuff
there.
doesn't get appreciated enough,
Yeah.
honestly. For me, I found a similar experience when I went to university. Like, I always thought I was kind of like this weird gamer, whatever, nerdy kind of guy. And
Yeah.
then I joined a student club that was full of nerdy gamers
Okay.
like me.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was such a great feeling to like feel that sense of belonging where I could be my weird self
Yeah.
and it would totally be okay if
What
not
game were you
celebrated.
playing? Like what was the
Oh,
game?
Magic the Gathering, the card game, the coolest card game ever.
Coolest game.
That's right, ladies. I'm single, by the way. I'll show you my Magic collection.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, you did not. Wait, a lot of people in art school also played Magic.
Oh, really?
too. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So
Yeah,
that's
like
why I watch a few games. I never played, but it looks fun and interesting.
I really like the art style that they
Uh-huh.
have back in the days. Yeah, that's
Oh.
what captivated me in the first place because they had like all
Oh.
these magical creatures drawn in like this really cool art style.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why I liked it in the first place.
Nice.
But yeah, I played a shit ton of that game. It was great. I
Oh,
was addicted
okay.
to it. It was so much fun. Yeah, doesn't get the ladies though. Doesn't get the ladies'
Oh.
attention. I'll tell you that much.
Unless you were in art school, then you probably have.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's where I messed up. I didn't go to art school.
You should have went to art school.
Oh my gosh, yeah, man. If only I was good at arts or something like that. Unlucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you went to art school
Yeah.
and then you got a job working in animation?
Film and VFX.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was that? Like, did you enjoy working in that industry? Was it everything that you wanted?
Good question. I think at first, so I went to college for 4 years to finally get a dream job. I think in art school or just film school in general, like everyone has that dream job.
What was
of-
your dream job?
Oh my God. I think a lot of people wanted to work for places like Pixar or Disney or like a Paramount or
One of like those big
Marvel.
movie studios.
Right. Yeah. So I think those were my dream jobs, and I think after working for 4 years, like working so hard to get it, you have a lot of anticipation, expectations for, oh, my life would be perfect after you get that job.
Oh, okay. I see.
And
yes.
I did get that eventually, and it just really wasn't what I had expected.
Okay, so
Yeah.
when you got your dream job,
Yeah.
did it meet like your expectations, and did it meet did you find what you wanted when you got your dream job?
I don't think I did. I think I just felt like I wasn't happy doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we can. Like, it gets into like the details of like film production, how long it takes.
Okay, but long story short, wasn't your thing.
It wasn't, and I just didn't find it fulfilling. It wasn't as creative as I thought it would be, and it was, instead of, like, a lot of people think of film production as something, oh, that's so cool, you get to make movies,
Right.
but they don't realize those are things that take like 5 years to make.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine that.
Yeah, and by year 3, you're just like, oh my god, I cannot stand this piece of crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was.
I'm
a
sick
lot
of
that.
drawing Superman already. I can't do this anymore.
I'm sick of animating the same arm rotating for like the 10th time.
I see.
Yeah, so I'm glad. I'm still glad I tried it because it was my dream at the time to do it. But after I got there, it just really it was just so boring is not the right word, but it was tiring.
Yeah.
It wasn't stimulating.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you go from working in animation and video effects to day trading?
Right.
That's the jump that I am interested
Yeah.
in knowing.
Yeah. So part of being in film and VFX is a lot of the jobs you take are contract based, and they could be as short as like 3 months. So that means a lot of times you have like 2 months or 3 months in between work. And for me, at the time, this was the year I graduated college. I had some work, but there were gaps in between. I was in LA at the time. So for me to make some money, being a fresh grad, having student loans and just bills to pay, that's where I started looking into day trading and try to just get some extra side income, so I can go to like EDC or something.
Yeah, the important things.
The very important
things,
as
clearly.
a 22-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But how did you decide that day trading would be like the go-to for making some side income?
At the time, Robinhood, the ticker symbol HOOD.
Thank you for educating our audience.
In case you didn't know, but I think you knew. At the time, that was when they were having like a beta testing phase.
Hold on. Do you remember what year is this?
This is like 2014.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it would be like much like further back, but
No, like 2013, 2014 is where you need like an exclusive invite code
Yeah.
to try to download beta Robinhood app.
okay, so you got into the beta?
So I have a friend who has it, and I was like, hey, send me a link because I'm just curious.
Hater, just
Just
hit a friend up.
Just trying, and I mean we no longer talk, like me and that friend, but he has no idea how much impact his little invite link has on my life. Like that changed the trajectory of my life. So that's where, because I saw that it was exclusive link, so I was I gotta give this thing a shot.
It's funny how sometimes it's just the little things that has such a profound impact
Yeah, for sure.
on your entire life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at first I wasn't really day trading. It just got me interested in the stock market, like investing. I was doing a little bit of swing trading, and it was fun. I was just doing it for fun. At that time, I also started to get more contract work, so it wasn't necessarily that. I was trying to make money. I always tried to make money to buy the VIP tickets to EDC.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna tell you, it never happened.
That was the goal, to get the VIP. I mean, you can afford the VIP tickets now, except but it's a little.
I still have never gone to anything VIP though.
Yeah.
I could afford it, but I think I'm past that phase.
Oh yeah, you are. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I can. Okay, I don't know if I can go hard at EDC for like 4 days now.
Right.
Yeah, like
I don't
back
know.
then I could.
It might be one of those things like once you go VIP, you never go back. Like getting first class seating on the airplane.
Oh my god, I have never sat in business or first class.
Really? Econ all the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
I started collecting on credit card points,
Yeah.
which is something I've gotten really into, but I haven't got to use it for business flights. So you redeem the points, right?
Yeah.
So you get the flights for free. but I
Okay, so what
haven't
you're
done
saying
that.
is you're sitting on a shitload of points and you're just like waiting to finally use it.
Yeah.
Ha.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but I still haven't been in business ever or like first class. But the whole point with VIP tickets is it's important for girls.
Okay.
I want the actual nice bathrooms.
Oh, the VIP bathrooms.
Well, just having a bathroom like that.
Well, I mean, as someone who's never been to a music festival, I don't know what the state of the bathrooms are like. But as someone who's been to a bar and a club or two,
Okay.
I've seen what the bathrooms look like, and it's a fucking war zone.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine what the music festival bathroom is. They're like old porta potties, right?
Yeah, so it will be like the bar bathrooms you've seen, but in these stupid porta potties that smell so bad.
Yeah, stinks to high heavens.
And they get a little hole in the ground for your
yeah.
crap.
I mean, I've always felt incredibly lucky to be a guy, because when I gotta go, I can just stand up and just have at her, I've like
privilege right there.
male privilege right here. I can get as far away from that hole as possible as my tippy toes go.
But also that's the reason, there's crap everywhere around the little seats too, because the guys would just,
I can neither
so
confirm nor deny these accusations.
Sure.
Okay. So did you see what the VIP bathrooms look like?
I only know what it looks like from photos. Like I've never been close enough to see what.
You
it
know
looks
what?
Like
I
in
feel
real
like
life.
I feel like if I got into the VIP bathrooms, I take photos too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I only seen photos
Okay.
online.
Okay,
I mean,
so they're nice and clean, basically.
yeah, like individual rooms, and there's people standing by to clean it. That's
Really?
VIP.
That is fucking
That's
VIP.
what you pay $1,000 for a VIP ticket for the bathrooms.
You know what? I think that's worth. As
Yeah,
a
yeah.
female, I would say that's worth.
I would say
Like-
so too.
Like as a
Yeah.
dude, I can handle a porta potty. It's not great,
Okay.
but I'll live.
Alright,
but
alright.
if I've like, oh my god, if I ever had to take a shit in one of those porta potties, like fucking shoot me
Oh my
right
God,
now. Like I would
no.
rather just like I don't know, end up in a hospital instead.
Oh,
I mean, I'd
man.
probably end up in a hospital with all like the disease lying
Yeah.
around anyway. So
Yeah.
might as well.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had to shit in a porta potty. I don't know if there's too much info here.
that's a
but,
lot of information to
but-
dump on your listeners.
I know all 20 of my listeners. I know
20
I've really traumatized my 20 listeners.
Okay.
I do not apologize for my
Oh,
actions.
Okay.
But anyways, I never had to,
Yeah.
and God help me if
Yeah.
I ever. Oh my! I just can't imagine what like the girls have to go through.
Oh my God.
So
yeah.
no VIP, sign me up, man.
Yeah,
Like
I
if
know.
I have to take a dump, I will pay anything for that VIP
Okay, can
bathroom.
we stop talking about
All
the
right.
dump?
All right.
Oh my God.
No, this is important. This is important more
I
information.
did not agree to do this podcast talking
This is,
about dumps.
this is what you sign up for when you agree to come on my
Oh,
podcast.
Okay. I feel very honored.
Yeah. Okay, no, but you know what? That makes a lot of sense. Now, you know, you wanted that extra money to get those VIP tickets
Yeah.
for EDC.
Right. Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
So that was the initial incentive to start looking into day trading as a way to just try to see if I can make some side income, especially
Yeah.
during the breaks between my contract jobs.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I may ask, like, how did you like? Where did you get the money from to like start like day trading? Was it just like from your savings?
Yeah, from work. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, from like I would say that like I still am very frugal with my money. I save like even back then when I was working on my job when I
Mm-hmm.
first started, I would still try to at least save like 20% if I could. Sometimes
Oh.
it gets hard.
Yeah, that's impressive actually.
Yeah.
20%.
Yeah, I try. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
living in LA at the time, I was living in a 2-bedroom apartment with
Yep.
3 roommates.
Like 3 other roommates, so 4 people total.
No, 3 people
3 total. Okay.
But
Yeah.
it was like one person was sleeping in the living room.
Yeah.
I took the one room, and the other person took another room, and we all shared a bathroom.
How do you guys determine who gets the living room? Like, do you guys like have a
The
have a-
person pays less. Like,
Okay.
In the living room. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
Yeah.
I've also been privileged to never have to share a living space with
Oh,
anyone.
okay.
So that's why I
That's
ask these
wow.
questions.
That's very impressive. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Oh no, it's called living at home for your
Oh,
entire
oh,
life.
okay,
I mean,
okay.
I'm technically living with my parents, sharing with my
Right.
parents, but it's
Right,
not the
right.
same thing. you
Right,
know?
it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we don't fight over whether the toilet seat stays
Oh
up or
my
not.
god.
Okay, we gotta stop talking about toilets. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my God.
I'm sorry. It just keeps coming back to us, I swear.
Oh man. Okay.
Okay. So you lived with roommates.
Yeah.
You managed to save 20%, which is quite impressive. And then that's how you were able to like get the funds to like start day trading and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. And like, how long ago was this? Like when did you start? Like, was it like early into your animation career?
Yeah, this was like right after I graduated college.
Oh,
yeah, so this is
wow.
very early on.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like for me, like I worked in finance, right?
Uh-huh.
But I didn't even start thinking about investing until like a year
Oh.
after I've been working there, and I'm
Right. Uh-huh.
kind of seeing what people are doing, and I'm like, maybe I should start doing this thing.
Oh.
I should probably start making some extra money, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, getting access to Robinhood also like made me realize, I should, even though I didn't have a lot to invest, even like just $50 a month, that's still a good start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people feel that they need to have like a big amount to start, right? Because I mean, like realistically, with $50 or whatever,
Right.
you're not gonna make anything.
Yeah.
But I would say it's more about like the experience. I would think. I mean, I guess you would know a lot more about this than me. But like from my personal limited experience with investing, like when I started, I didn't know what kind of kind of emotional roller coaster I was going to be
Oh.
thrown in for, you know.
Wait, for investing? I feel like you wouldn't have that sort of roller coaster for investing.
I mean, I'm not day trading, right? So
Right.
it's not like I'm going up and down, but even still,
okay.
like just like parking my money in like some like random stock and see it go down by like, I don't know, like 1%. I'm like, oh no, I lost 1% of my savings
Oh my
today.
God,
You know,
you gotta
Like,
have the diamond hands.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
But even just something like that, because it's like I have worked so hard to earn this money,
Right.
and I just saw it go down by doing nothing. I mean, at the same time, it's like it could also go up.
Yeah,
But-
yeah.
Yeah, so I think for me, just like getting that initial like emotional
Mm.
roller coaster was a very valuable experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
like just learning to like see your money go up and down and like not care.
Right.
It was hard. I was glued to my
Yeah.
screen. I was like, is it going up? Is it going up?
Oh my
it's going
God.
up. It's going up. Oh God, what am I gonna do?
I think if it's like your investment, I would just like check it like once a month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, like I just had like totally like the wrong mentality because like typically an investment is supposed to be like something that's a little more long term. You know, you just throw your money somewhere and just kind of like forget about it until 5 to 10 years later.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
But when you start, it's kind of addicting. You
Right,
know?
yeah.
Like, did you kind of go through a similar experience? Like,
For investing,
or for investing or day trading?
for day trading, yes, definitely.
Yeah, like,
Like I lost the entirety of my $2,000 account in Robinhood.
Oh.
Really quick.
oh, wow.
When I was I started like swing trading and then day
Yeah.
trading and then boom, it's gone.
Was Robinhood,
so fast?
did Robinhood have like the no fee
Yeah, it
thing
was
going
free.
on?
It was free.
It was always
Yeah,
free,
It was
right?
delayed. I don't
Yeah.
know if it's. I think it's real time now, but
Yeah.
it was delayed. But yeah, that's just where I got started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry for your $2,000 loss.
I lost a lot more after that, but
It's okay. We can cut this part out. We can cut this
Okay,
part
yeah,
out.
cut this part
She only,
out.
she only lost $2,000. It's okay.
Show that humble trader loses money day trading.
yeah. I'm a trader, never loses money. What are you talking about?
No, I turned that $2,000 into $500,000 within 6 months.
yeah, easy. And if you
Yeah.
sign up for her course now, she can show Oh man.
Oh man,
I'm good.
that always like cracks me up. Like when people ask me, have you ever lost money day trading? Then
Yeah.
I always, yeah, of course. Like, what else do you think happened?
You should say no and see if they believe you.
Oh,
No, it's every day's green for me.
I think most people think people don't lose money day trading or something. I don't know. Like, there's just always that perception of, oh, day trading is easy. Then it's like, it should be like, you should be banking. If not, then you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, like it looks like easy money, right? Because that's all you ever hear about. Like you never hear anyone talk about, oh no, I just
Yeah.
lost $1 million today,
Yeah.
and let's just forget this ever happened. And I'm gonna
Right.
go to the bar now.
Yeah. No, it's very real. Like the losses, you have to you have to be able to accept the losses in order to make the profits in trading. So that's something I had to slowly learn early on as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like for me, like I'm not a day trader, but I am a stock market investor.
Yeah.
And like I kind of have told myself the same thing. I'm like, if I put this money in here, like I should be ready to just lose it. Like just like, it's gone or whatever.
Right.
And like I should be able to wake up and be okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was tough. That was tough
Yeah.
at first, for sure. Some days like you just wake up, half your savings gone. It's like,
Oh,
uh-oh, oops.
Wait, what kind of stocks are you invested in?
Don't-
Where you're,
don't worry about that.
Like
Don't-
down 50% overnight.
look, man. There was this thing called COVID that happened last year. Don't
Okay.
worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
I won't.
This is not financial advice, by the way.
Please do not
Disclaimer.
take our stock picks.
Please do not take John Liu's stock pick right here. Okay, so
Yeah.
how are you able to like kind of come back from like those setbacks? You lost some money, and were you just like, fuck this shit, I'm never doing this again, or you're like, no man, gotta chase, gotta get that money back? Like, what was that next part like?
Well, I refunded each account that blew up. I refund with my employment income.
Oh, okay.
So So if you really think
When you
about
say
it.
blew up, you meant like you lost the money?
Lost
or-
the money.
Okay, not go to the moon.
Oh no, that wasn't a thing back then. Go to the moon
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
a thing
I know.
until like
Yeah.
2020 and 2021.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, it blew up as in like no,
Okay, you
2000
lost.
became
Okay, you
zero.
lost. Oh, okay. Not 2,000 grand.
No, sadly.
Okay. Just had to clarify. Just had to clarify.
In case, no. So I would refund my account and I would just keep trying because there's just something about it that I really, really like. I just feel like
You like losing money. That's why you like.
well, I think you have to be honest and say there's a part of trading that's addicting. But at the same time, besides that, yes, I was addicted to it. But besides that, there's also I always find it very intriguing because I feel like you can learn something new from it every single day. Even if I lose money, I still can learn something about the stock or about the way it traded, and then learn a lot about myself too, and how I handle those losses and what kind of thinking led to those losses.
Wow, that is very introspective.
Right?
I think it takes a lot of self-reflection to be able to do that as you're like
Yes.
crying through the $2,000.
Oh my God.
$2,000. I learned something new today.
This
And
year's is worth $200
Yeah,
right here.
And I'm better because of it.
But a good thing I kept my job, and I would just always look for work, and then that's how I was able to refund my account and like to be honest, like a lot of the 20% savings would go to my trading account.
Yeah.
So that's where a lot of funding comes from. But at the time, it's also like I was always think about it this way, right? I was young. I still am young, but.
Very true. Very true.
But when you're young, the risk you can take more risk knowing that you have the next 40 years to make back the money.
Yeah.
So yes, it hurt losing $2,000, but at the time I also know that from my job, I have a skill set from my career from VFX that I can make money from. So knowing that, then that makes me feel that, okay, this $2,000 sacrifice is worth it for the potential return that, say, in 2 years after I finally understand how day trading works.
I think for me, like the way that I looked at it was I didn't know myself enough that I could consistently make money from like investing the stock market. Like the way I saw it was, I'll probably lose money. And why would I want to do that? I worked so hard to get this money.
Okay.
And that's why I didn't get into it for a long time. Yeah, it was only when I started working in finance and like I saw like how people were really doing, which was like, investing in a long-term strategy, just parking like their money in an account, putting like $50 a month into their account and just like, cause I could literally see like what they had from like, I had access to like everyone's account. I know. Ooh.
Whoa.
So I could see what their net value, their account was like 10 years ago and what it turned into. And that gave me like it was like, and that gave me like, the insight that I needed to be like, hey, I should probably start doing this because like John Liu 10 years from now will thank me that I was doing this.
For sure.
Yeah. So
wow, that's so cool.
I know. Like, I saw things that, a lot of people wouldn't be able to see from that. And that's why I was like, okay, I got to like start doing this. This is like a real thing.
You have to make your money work for you. Otherwise, you're going to work for it your entire life.
Yeah. And I just wish that was something that had been taught in school, to be honest, because again, it was just like, oh yeah, you work, you make some money and you try to save it. And that's good enough.
Right.
And that is most definitely not good enough.
They should really start teaching personal finance in high school. That's like grade 12 or grade 11 or 12. I think that's when they should, at least have the fundamentals.
I think so, for sure. And even like when I went to business school and I didn't learn like any of this stuff. Like I didn't know what a TFSA was.
What?
Like, and I graduated from business school.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I learned it from working. I learned it from like actually working in a finance company where I literally had to know what a TFSA account is, so I don't just like randomly put money in and take money out from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, I think something that I also wish that I had learned was the concept of inflation.
Oh, right.
I mean, like we knew what it was, like like as an abstract concept. I think
Sure.
it's like, yeah, things cost more as the things go by. But nobody ever told me, or nobody ever explained to me that there are ways that you can, I don't know, like fight the inflation, like investing in the stock market. So like the money that you're sitting around isn't
Right.
becoming less,
Yeah.
like more worthless as the year
Right.
goes by.
Yeah, sitting in cash. Yeah.
Yeah, because like that would have been my plan, just like hoard cash.
Oh,
And,
like,
like,
in
do
a
not-
couch right there.
Yeah, exactly.
like,
Big money, big pile of cash.
Oh,
Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah. Isn't that what Pablo Escobar did?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yeah, sorry, no money. It's now
Okay.
it's now an
I
investment
took
account
the
instead.
money in the couch before we started the podcast. yeah.
Where'd my money go?
yeah. I want my $2,000 back,
Exactly. But yeah, like I wish somebody had explained to me that if I
Yeah.
just sit on a big pile of cash, it steadily becomes worth less money
Yeah.
because of inflation.
Right.
And then that's why I have to, as you say, make the money work for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so-
still very important. Even especially this year coming out of COVID with the hyperinflation we had, like we're running at like what almost 4%. This
Yeah,
year
yeah.
it's even more important to make sure you put your money to work. It doesn't have to be like the volatile stocks, like on the whatever's in the Nasdaq, but it could be
Yeah.
like at least
Whatever's in
something
Wall
that-
Street bets. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, let's not go there. But it should at least be something that could, keep up with inflation. At least making you 4%. That is eventually cancels out the inflation, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now if I hadn't been doing that, I'm
Right.
just losing money. I'm literally just losing money every year.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand that concept. When
Never
I-
too late,
Never
you
too late.
know?
Yeah.
And
Never-
our listeners now understand that concept.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. We're really educating.
That's the
the
whole
listeners out
purpose
there.
of this podcast.
Yeah, the Average Asian Boys podcast is an educational podcast. Haven't you heard?
I thought we were just talking about average things like,
Yeah, that's right.
drinking and what else are we
music
gonna do on a
festivals,
Friday night?
VIP bathrooms,
Yeah,
all
and,
that stuff.
you know-
all very educational as well.
Porta potties.
The young female listeners will be motivated now by knowing that VIP bathrooms exist.
Oh,
And they will be motivated
yeah,
to make more
ladies,
money.
like if you could afford it, VIP would be worth it. Not that I've ever done it.
yeah, now that,
Speaking
now
of
that,
somebody
yeah,
who's
now that
never
you,
gone to VIP.
it's probably worth it.
I think if I were to go to like a music festival again, this time around I would be willing to spend $1,000 for the bathroom now. But of course, like 7-8 years ago, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ain't nobody got money for that.
Yeah, no, but now it's like. First of all, I don't think I can do the 4-day music festival. I'll be dead after like.
Dude, I'd be
day
dead after
one.
4 hours. I would not make it past 4 hours right now.
Oh my god! It used to, because those festivals would start at like 7 p.m. and go on till 6 a.m.
I know, it's nuts.
I used to do that for like 3 days straight.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never been able to stay out past 5 o'clock. Like that's like
5 is also really good though.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, like,
but
come
that's
on.
yeah, but like that's kind of like I don't know, like when I go out and like people are like staying up all night, I'm just like I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Gotta get my beauty sleep at some point.
Right.
5 o'clock, cut up point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think now I'm like sleepy by like 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, you also wake up at like I don't know, 5, 4.
4:30.
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause we're on the West Coast, so that would be 7:30 a.m. for the market time, and
Yep.
the market opens at 9.
Yeah.
You gotta prepare for it.
Right. Got to do the homework.
Yeah.
Okay. And then eventually you went from like day trading on the side to
Mm-hmm.
doing it full time.
Yeah.
When did you like figure out that that was something that you could transition to doing full time?
I think I knew people were doing that full time, but I
Yes.
didn't go into trading thinking, oh, eventually I want to do full time, because I started trading when I also first started my career.
Yeah.
So
You were
know,
like committed to the animation.
Yeah,
career.
I want to get my dream job.
Yeah, it was a
working
dream
at
job.
top VFX,
Yeah.
Hollywood,
Yeah, making
blockbuster.
Kung Fu Panda 4.
Is that a thing?
No, I just made it up.
Oh, okay.
I
I
mean,
thought there's
th-
like only Kung Fu Panda 2.
No, there's been 3.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
DreamWorks churning out more
Yeah, there-
pandas.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a decent movie. I'm not complaining.
First 1 and 2 were good. Like
Yeah.
3 and 4, like that's the thing with all the sequels. I think. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Like, kinda like it's just like. What was the question? Sorry.
Right, day trading full time.
Right.
How did you? How were you able to make that transition? Or
Right.
when did you realize that you could do that full time?
So I knew it was possible, but it wasn't my plan. I never thought I would be trading full time. I always kind of imagined this as like a side project, like a part-time thing. And then I continued doing that for many years. Even after, from year 1, I was losing. Year 2 is when I finally broke even.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
you
you made that
start at
$2,000
zero.
back. Let's go.
Yeah, I made it
Woo!
back.
Choo choo.
Yeah, so I would always try to trade before I go to work. And slowly, at first, like $50, $100, $200, like it slowly grew, and eventually, it's like comparable to my full-time income from my job. And at that point, it's like I knew I could go full-time, but I don't know if I would still be able to trade the same and be as disciplined and emotionally in control when I didn't have my full-time income. So that kind of kept on for like 6 months. And then as something happened at work in which, in VFX, there's a lot of politics. There's a lot, like if you kind of read into what happens in the VFX film industry in Vancouver and also in LA, there's a lot of things regarding sexual assaults, discrimination, and how women were treated in the industry.
I see.
Yeah, so a lot of that, that it's nothing ever personally happened to me, but I've seen it happen to my colleagues.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that was
that sucks.
really bad. So,
Yeah.
I was working at this place. I'm not gonna name the name, but all my friends know about this place because a lot of them also work there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just not a good place to be. And I'm going to tell you right now, HR did not do jack shit
Right.
about anything.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess that's surprising for me to hear. I mean, because from the places that I've worked at, usually the HR department is full of females. I mean, I don't mean a gender stereotype here, but that's kind of usually what happens.
It doesn't matter whether they are female or male.
Yeah.
HR, their job is to protect the company. It's not to protect the employees. It's not. They are there to protect the company. At least from all my experiences.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Yeah.
I'm like always an optimist, so I
Right.
always think like things are the way that it should be, even though it's
Right.
not.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
I mean that still kind of sucks though.
It really sucked.
Yeah.
And that's also part of why I finally realized, okay, this dream career that I worked so hard for, I went to school for it. I took out a lot of student loans for it. It really wasn't something I want to continue doing for like the next 20 years.
Yeah, it wasn't a dream that you wanted.
So, at some point I actually got really sick from that job, like physically ill. I had like anxiety attacks from that work environment.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I thought it was like your hand was like,
That
like,
too, like my right, this is forearm.
Okay.
I have tendonitis.
Yeah.
That too, but also I'm talking about and I would get anxiety attacks.
Yeah, from the work environment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like that sucks so much because it's like you should always feel safe at the place that you work at.
Yeah. I should feel like my supervisors and my colleagues and people from other departments, I should feel respected and feel like a friendly workplace.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, because I've never experienced anything like that at the places that I've worked. I've always felt like
Yeah.
I've belonged,
Right.
and I've been supported by the people that I work with.
Right.
So I can't imagine what it's like to have to go to work and I don't know, fear for your safety and your
And also
I don't
your
know,
friends
dignity
too, yeah.
and your friends too. Yeah.
It's really unfortunate that it's like that. And in VFX, like I would say the male to female ratio, it's like 70 to 30.
70% male?
Yeah.
Okay.
In VFX, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's always surprised me because I always thought that more female artists would work in VFX.
No, not the. Yeah. I mean, I think there's more and more nowadays.
Okay.
And it seems like they're addressing the the discrimination and all the workplace harassment issue more seriously now. It seems like it, but it wasn't the case when I was working.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I feel like this could be like a totally like entire different podcast.
Yeah,
topic.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully we will be able to. Hopefully we'll have you back on
Right.
to talk more about this exciting topic of harassment at the VFX.
Right.
But anyways, we got to move on with our.
But that's the
topic.
reason I quit the career and
Gotcha.
finally dive into day trading full time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't because of the
didn't fear,
money,
You didn't
it
feel for your
wasn't-
personal safety while you were day trading, like the stock market wasn't gonna attack you, or hunt you
mean-
down.
Okay, this is a very interesting thing I thought of the other day. In a way, the stock market is the fairest employer because it discriminates. Like, it doesn't matter whether you're male or female, what religion you are,
Yeah.
what color is your face. It
like,
will
doesn't
try to steal your money regardless of whatever you are.
Okay, so it discriminates against everyone.
So that in that sense, it's very fair.
Ah, I see.
So I really like that, to be
That's
honest.
all we can ask for is a
Yeah.
fair workplace where everyone gets screwed out equally.
Yes, exactly. We all have the chance of losing a ton of money.
Yay!
Yay! Whether you are male or female, what religion, whatever.
Okay, well, yeah, whether
we can all lose a lot of
whether I
money.
started day trading today or 5 years ago.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I think that's also part of what draws me to the market. It's like, it really doesn't matter
That
whether
should be
you're
one of
male
your
or female.
That should be one of your wise quotes of the day.
What's that?
Like something about the stock market, like screwing over everyone,
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
discriminate.
Yeah. It should go on a T-shirt or something, right?
Oh, it should.
Yeah, it
Well,
should.
steal that idea before you get to
Oh,
it. Gotta make a phone call. Excuse me.
Oh my god.
Time to make some money.
Yeah, but that's essentially how I switched to full time. It's not. It wasn't even because of the money, because like I would say at the time the amount that I was making at work was what I considered high. So it wasn't because my work job wasn't paying me enough. It's the fact that I felt like I never made so much money from work and be so unhappy and so disrespected
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Screw this. I can make almost the same amount of money from day trading.
Yeah. And the stock market doesn't disrespect me.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's my story of how I switched from VFX to trading.
Okay. Wow. What were your parents' reaction when you told them that you were going to quit your salaried, steady, full-time job to like do some swing trading in the stock market where you might lose everything?
I think this is a part where I'm really happy and appreciate that my parents are really supportive. I mean, if you think about it, not a lot of Asian parents would let their daughters or sons go to film school, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's true.
So for them, it's even when I was making that decision to go to film school, they do like gently nudge and say, "Oh, are you sure you don't want to go to the typical things like engineering, med school, or like something that's sounds more stable and you can have more potential to make more money." They did try to encourage that, but after seeing how determined I was, they are just, okay, you should pursue what you really want to do.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's
I
the
mean,
same for trading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome that your parents were very supportive of you, especially after you showed them that you were determined,
Yeah.
like on like the path that you wanted to take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I told them about what happened at work, and they know that I was having like anxiety from work. Like they could physically see that I was
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
So for them, it's like even if I wasn't going to trading, they were asking that, hey, you should take a break from this career or
Yeah.
this job. So I'm really happy my parents are never like, oh, you have to make sure you always make money.
Yeah.
They know that at that point, I was already like 23, 24. They know at that point that I'm fully capable of taking care of myself and I'm smart with my money, with my savings. So they weren't worried about me financially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, that's great that your parents thought you were capable at the age of 23.
Yeah.
Because when I was 23, my parents treated me like I was still 5.
Oh, no.
Like when I was 23, that was when I wanted to go like solo traveling for the first time. And they were
okay.
convinced that I was going to die.
Oh my God.
I'm like, because I had never like left the country to go travel by myself.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't let me, right?
Oh.
And then for me, that was like something that I had to figure out. Like I need to know if I can do this.
Yeah.
Right. And
I'm so glad you did. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I mean, I really proved to myself that I was capable of many things, like getting out of sticky situations,
Yeah.
and like kind of learning to like act on my own feet without relying on the support of my parents. And I'm sure like when you made the transition to day trading full time, you learned many things about yourself too and what you were capable of. And I mean, like at the age of 22, I think that's amazing that you were able to do that at such a young age.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't doing jack shit when I was 23. I'll tell you that much. Just sitting home, scratching ass, playing video games.
Right.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing.
But yeah, I'm really thankful for my parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The next thing I wanted to ask you is, where does YouTube tie into all this? Because you know you're successful at day trading.
Yeah.
And you don't like. It's not like you need.
A lot of people ask me that. Yeah.
It's not like you needed YouTube to be like, hey, yo, like I need some attention, please.
Right. Yeah.
help me out here, fellas.
Yeah, I think that's a good question. And YouTube has always been like a creative outlet for me. Like just even now. So
like,
I think
like how can I make day trading a fun and interesting thing to do?
and also remember YouTube is like making videos, right? So
Yes.
I used to work in film.
Yes.
So I'm fully capable to like edit videos, like put
Yeah.
on special effects.
Yeah.
And edit like in a way I couldn't express a lot of the creativity I wanted from work.
Yeah.
Because like when you're in a VFX film production, your role on the, like a video or like a film is very limited.
Yeah.
So
make some trees.
yeah,
Make
that
people's
you will
arms
see at the
move.
very background in the film, like it's like you see like 3 pixels.
Yeah.
But for a video, then it's like, okay, I was day trading during the day. What can I do on the weekends? That's creative. And, like I still went to school 4 years for this crap. I still kind of want to practice,
Yeah.
VFX and like the more creative side. So that's my way of kind of doing that. It started as like a weekend project.
Yeah.
And I will make videos every single weekend because it's really fun. And it just like became this thing. That's like, oh wow, wow, I didn't realize I have this big of a following until one day I wake up.
Yeah, that's super cool that you were able to find your creative outlet
Yeah.
by doing YouTube video on day trading. And I think you like happened to come in like at a very good time as well. Like because I think you were one of, if not the only day traders on YouTube who was a female. I mean, it shouldn't
Right.
matter. I mean, obviously it shouldn't matter if it's if you're a male or female when,
Right.
when it comes to day trading, but I mean, let's be real here, it matters.
Right.
Right? Because you had that, you just filled like a very specific niche, I
Right.
think, that nobody
Yeah.
had seen before.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, girls can day trade too. Oh.
Which is stupid
Oh.
because I feel like whether you are male or female, you still have the same human emotions. So you
Yeah.
can still lose money and
Yeah.
yes, still make money. But I think, like, I think I've gotten that a lot. People are always saying that, she's only successful on YouTube because she's female.
Oh, that's
And
got to be so annoying.
It's not annoying. Like, I see where they're coming from.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I would
also-
say it helps, I would say.
I guess, but
Yeah.
I really would say like it's because I put in so much work into my content. Like
Yeah.
the stuff I say, I want to say like like even if you're just coming in from a like trying to be entertained, I would say I say things that's really like the stuff I say on channel is stuff I would say in real life.
Yeah.
Like I'm just as weird and awkward and and not good in front of the mic in real life. So I just feel like it's a true expression of who I am.
Yeah.
And I sometimes like a lot of the videos, like the April Fool's ones, I'll put in a lot of money into it because as a creative person, I want to see that story I have in my head,
Yeah.
like being filmed and produced in real life and being able to create it into like a YouTube video that feels like it's my own film production.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I
Yeah.
totally understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, like I spend like tons of hours on like doing this podcast,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's not like it gets me anything, but I just love that there's people out there. Even if there's just one person out there who likes
Yeah.
to watch my stuff, I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
great. I'm going to make
Yeah.
more of these.
Right.
Because one person out there likes watching this.
Yeah. You have to do these things because of your passion.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, if you are able to make money from your passion, that's like the best feeling in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I honestly don't ever expect to make money from doing this. but it's just-
Eventually, you never know, right?
You
I
never-
didn't think I would make money from YouTube either.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Oh.
Like I knew people were doing that, but come on, like I was day trading Monday to Friday and doing videos on weekends. Like I didn't think it was gonna hit like 700,000 followers. I was just like,
Yeah.
it would be nice if I get 1,000 followers in 2 years.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. It must be like a really. That it must be like such a wonderful surprise. It's like wake up one day, it's like, oh, there's a couple zeros behind my subscriber count. There's a couple of views. Yeah, it's nice. I mean,
Yeah.
I think the other thing is like people wouldn't watch you if you weren't good at what you do as well.
Right.
That's I think like a fundamental, right?
Yeah.
Like nobody wants to watch videos of it's like, oh no, I lost $2,000 again, guys.
Right, yeah.
I don't know, like call me crazy, but that's
I think people
What I
do
think.
appreciate that I talk about my losses.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's something that I always try to do, especially when I had my biggest loss in 2021, like
Yeah.
last month.
yeah.
I think people do appreciate seeing that.
Do you think that's something that doesn't get talked about enough?
Oh yeah,
in, like
not a lot of
this,
people talk about their losses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not a fun.
It's not
subject.
fun.
It doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, like it's not like I don't enjoy, like even though I do share it, like when I'm talking about the like I'm like hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Sure.
when I was a little.
How do you find like I don't know like the courage and the confidence to talk about your losses in front of like the whole internet?
Oh man, it's so hard because I already knew what people would say, and not that it matters,
Yeah,
but
she sucks. Homo trader can't trade.
yeah, I'll get stuff like that, and it's not like I don't want to hear that, but imagine if you get like the same things like repeatedly.
Yeah.
Right? One person says that, who cares? But when it's like thousands of people saying that, it gets really stressful. So I
Yeah.
totally understand why people don't share their losses. It's because of things like that.
Yeah,
You
'cause-
already feel like crap losing like 5 figures,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to deal with like people who probably just started trading saying that, oh, she sucks. Who loses $40,000?
Yeah, how do you lose
on
money
a
in the stock market?
Yeah, she sucks. So that's the reason it still hurts.
Yeah, and they're kicking you while you're down too.
Yeah. And it's easy to kick people while they're down,
Yeah.
right? That's like people
I
always
know.
do that.
Yeah, that's like I don't know. That's like such a low hanging fruit. Like I don't know. I just can't ever bring myself to do something like that.
Yeah. I mean, if you really think about it though, a lot of times, even though like I'll read a comment and I'll feel like a little bit annoyed, but if you really just think about who the person must be saying those comments, like if you were making money in the stock market,
Yeah,
trading,
you would not be making those kind of
You would not be
comments.
saying those things.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's like if life is good and
You
like
wouldn't
you have
do
a
that.
happy you don't waste your time
Right.
making like angry comments on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like that. It's not that makes me feel better. It's just like in a way that makes me feel a little bit bad and sorry for the person who said that.
I know it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really strange.
Yeah.
But that's like all you can do, right?
Right. But I feel like I know I can recover from my like $40,000 loss.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that
$2,000.
person.
$2,000 loss. $2,000.
I meant 2,000, not 40,000.
Yeah.
40,000. Who loses that much in
does that?
trading?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Who's got 40,000 lying around anyways in the
my
first place?
God.
Gosh.
But I don't know if the person who repeatedly says the same comments is
Yeah.
ever going to come back from
Yeah.
whatever loss he or she is dealing with,
Right.
right? And a lot of times it's the same person saying the same similar comments for months.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's so lame.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
That's
like,
sad.
oh wow, you must be like,
Yeah.
like, I don't want to see people lose money, but
Yeah,
I'm
of
just like,
course.
if you are still like losing money and feeling bad enough to comment on my videos like this after months,
Yeah.
maybe it's time to stop trading.
That person probably invested in GameStop or something.
Oh,
On the way down.
yeah, but yeah.
Okay, so why are you so transparent about like your losses then? Like, do you think it's important? Is it because you think it's important for people to know like these things do happen even
Mm-hmm.
to the best of the best?
First of all, I wouldn't call me the best of the best. There's always people who makes more than me. Like there's plenty. I talk to them daily.
Yeah.
So I never feel like I'm the best, but I definitely know my strengths and my weaknesses. In a way, making those videos, talking about the losses, yes, it does help whoever's listening and watching the videos understand that losses do happen.
Yeah.
And for them, for the audience sake, then if they were going through the same kind of losses, or they're having difficulty in trading, they know that it's not like they don't suck, right?
Yeah.
Because there's also people who lose just as much, if not more than them.
Yeah.
So in a way, they understand that this is part of trading business. But that's for the benefit for my audience that I hope they understand and get from my videos. But for me personally, I want to say, selfishly, if I may, that talking about those losses in a public way makes me remember the next time I'm about to make those mistakes.
It motivates you to get better, right?
Yeah, it does. So, like when I'm about to make a mistake that I know I might lose another $40,000 next time, I'll remember.
You go back and watch those videos?
I'm just like,
like,
no, I cannot. I don't want to make that video again. So it like reins me in when I'm trying to do stupid things in trading. Because I'm human after all. Sometimes I do stupid shit.
What, you do? Really? No way.
Go all in.
All in. All in. All in.
Oh, man. We're not drunk.
I think I really do respect you that you do talk about the bads and the ugly as well. I think personally it makes me feel like I can trust you more.
Oh, okay.
Because you're like, okay, this person's real,
right,
and she's not full of shit.
Right.
Like she does, talk about like the mistakes that happens and that she's made. And for me, like as someone who doesn't know anything about you, I feel like that makes me trust you more. Because I'd be I'd be very skeptical if I was to look up someone who claims to, I don't know, be perfect and all that. So I'm like, nobody's perfect. Like there's some bullshit going on, and I cannot trust someone who is too perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I still lose. I want to say that I still lose money, but as an overall, I'm profitable because generally I make more than I lose. It's all about like risk management.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you prove it right there, just being able to like be on YouTube like full time, right?
Yeah.
It's like if you weren't making enough money to support yourself, you wouldn't have time to do all this stuff.
Right. Yeah, and that brings us to another point is like a lot of times when I talk about losing like 10,000 or like 20,000 or like 40,000 for that sake, when people always say, "Oh, good thing you can make the money back from YouTube," I'm just like, from this video, I will probably make like $200.
Yeah.
After losing $40,000, like let me make $200, okay? Like that'll make my day.
Yeah. It's like, come on.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that on because like a lot of people just assume that day traders who do YouTube videos only make money from YouTube, which maybe that's the case for most people. Right. But for me, that's not the case. Like the YouTube income, it's like a sweet little like sprinkle on the top. Yeah.
It's pocket change for you.
I wouldn't say pocket change, but it's like
pocket change.
It's like
Chump change.
I'm grateful after let's say losing $5,000 in a day. I'm grateful to make $200. Like come on, like at least I can make something back.
Feels a little better. Feels a little
better.
Definitely. Yeah. I think one thing I really admire is that you don't have to do any of this stuff on YouTube. Right. You could just be happy and comfortable, just making your bucks from day trading. But you spend so much time and effort to educate everyone out there on like what you do and how you can profitably make money from day trading.
Right.
And you don't have to do any of this.
I don't have to.
Yeah.
But I think what differentiates me is like I want to because it's actually fun for me to make these videos.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's a lot of investment from me personally. And yes, I do make money from YouTube now, but a lot of people will say that now, but that was not the case the first year on YouTube.
Yeah,
like I remember, what, $100 on YouTube?
I remember when you had 3,000 followers.
Yeah, I wasn't making jack shit, and it was okay because it was never like the purpose of YouTube was never to make money.
Yeah.
Now that it is, I'm very grateful. and I'm very happy. And in a way, it also motivates me to keep working at it. But the reason I keep on doing these is because I really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do things for the passion.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
To end things off, what are your plans? Like, what's coming up next for the Humble Trader channel?
So I think I want to bring in a lot more like different videos soon, hopefully.
All right.
Different locations and more engaging and more characters or more traders on the channel.
Nice.
It's all like in the works right now. But hopefully I can make that happen soon. Like I definitely want to do more of the short films, like the
April Fools?
Yeah, like
Okay.
not just on April Fools anymore. But
Okay, maybe like a Halloween special, you know, and then the Humble Trader Christmas
right,
special.
you know, like stuff like that. I want to do because
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
a lot of like short film ideas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I want to really be able to bring those into fruition.
Wow, very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think people would love to see more of your lifestyle videos too, maybe, because I think that's one of your top videos, like the day in the life of a day
Right.
trader.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the lifestyle video seems to be
okay.
a hit as well.
So I have to show people I have a life.
Look at that big look at this great ideas I'm generating
Oh,
here.
wow,
Only
thank
the
you, John.
high quality ideas here at the Average Asian Boys
Oh my
podcast.
God.
Thank you very much for tuning in today. I'm John. This was Shay, the Humble
Thank you,
Trader.
guys.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.